Hello, 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 and welcome to Win with Attraction Marketing for Empowerment Entrepreneurs. Thank you so much. I want to always start on a note of gratitude, right? From a place of gratitude. Whether you're seeing me now or you'll see me later, I appreciate it so much. And I'm just trying to share knowledge and plant some seeds. Yeah, so today I am going to start a little bit with an update about the situation with LinkedIn. So I had my account restricted again. So I am banned from LinkedIn yet another time. And this time they say that they restricted my account for sorry about the for as a precaution. And so I needed to verify my ID. And so what I did was it's some sort of app called Persona. So I agreed to the terms of service and the privacy policy, and then I took the picture with my phone of the front and back of my driver's license. And so it just kept saying, cannot verify your ID, cannot verify your ID. I tried it about 18 times. And so then I went and got my passport. I tried that 20 times. That wouldn't go through. And so I went and got my old passport that has, because my new passport has like this digital photo and it is blurry. It's weird. It's like this blurry picture. The I thought that the what is it, Department of State was going to return my application, say you have to take another picture. But okay, I'm getting on to something else. So I tried that. And so I can't get back into my LinkedIn account. And so I found something that says it's an affidavit of ID, identity. So what I have to do is go and have my ID and make a statement and have all that stuff notarized by a notary public. Hmm. So I think it's about time. And I can get a little snippy about this at this point. I mean, of course, you got to just come from a place of calm, though. Normally, I would be pretty upset and perturbed about it because I have complained to LinkedIn before that I feel that I'm being targeted and um, that they're discriminating against me because I do tend to side with the people with the more conservative views, even though I'm not. But I'm so sorry about all the ums. They're driving me crazy. But again, you can't worry. You can't worry about that stuff right now because it'll start to mess with your vibration. But oh, don't let me lose my train of about getting back on to LinkedIn. Oh, that I felt that they were harassing me, bullying me, because I'm on LinkedIn. I was coming on every night. I haven't missed a night. I'm getting ready to go to Bangkok next week, so I'm going to be flying and different things like that. But oh, hold on a second. Since I'm doing my own okie dokie. Ugh. So I don't have to do the 15-minute shows anymore. I can do happy hour now. I'm free. I'm free. You see, there was some repression going on, and the situation with LinkedIn. So, what's going to happen is I'm ending my run with LinkedIn by night, but I'm going to continue with LinkedIn. So I'm done with LinkedIn, LinkedIn, and I'm on to LINKED space IN. 2 words. 2 words. You know the power of words, like I'm gonna talk about that tonight. The power of words. So LinkedIn is a cliche that anybody has access to. Now, LinkedIn, the one word, I don't know if that's a registered trademark or what, but LinkedIn, I'm continuing LinkedIn by night. Win with attraction marketing for empowerment entrepreneurs. I'm keeping the name. I'm just spelling it the way LinkedIn is actually spelled. It's 2 words. LinkedIn. I'm LinkedIn. So I'm LinkedIn by night. And I like it. It has a nice ring to it. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and keep that. Okay. But so make sure to always put that space in there because I'm not LinkedIn. I'm linked in. You see, there's a difference. So let's talk a little bit about the power of the mind. I was listening today to a discussion on a person. It's an audio book and it doesn't give the name of the person. The guy is just reading it and he was talking about William James and what a tortured soul he was a lot of his life. He became a medical doctor and a little bit he had been suffering all his life, and then finally he was thinking a lot over the last few months. This is back in the day though, like at the early early uh 20th century, so that would be like 1914 or something like that. And he thought so much of committing suicide. He always wondered why didn't he commit suicide. And then he finally got himself straight because he learned about the power of the mind, and it took him 3 years. And I'm very fascinated because I have been a tortured soul for many years. Oh, sorry, the light went out. And I've tried everything, everything. And this has been going on since the 80s, really. And I just can't shake it. And the 1998, I lost one of my jobs, and so I just I just was miserable. I had to move out of my apartment. And of course, they always do this right before the Christmas holidays and stuff. So you don't get to go to the holiday party. But so I lost my job there from a this is true. This is a group of black women bullies. They were bullies. And there's just no way, nothing. And it happened, I got bullied again in 2019 by a black oriented organization. It's like they're just trying to ruin you. And so then when I came back to Oregon, which I always come back to Oregon, and I was working at Kaiser, and I was still trying to get over the depression and all the anxieties and everything I had in 98. I came back in 99 and the bullying started. And so it got to such a point, 2 years every day, bullied every single day. It's like the passive aggressive kind. Like you come to work, you're doing your work. I was doing clinical research. Uh, I was doing interviews, diagnostic interviews. and I would just be doing my interviews, and I'd get called for some ridiculous reason. Somebody said you left the light on and you were the last one out. And it's like, this is a hospital. Who pays do you guys pay the bills? Not to say I was trying to waste electricity, but I thought I turned it off. You know, they have janitors coming in there. And maybe they forgot to turn, I don't know, but as you see, and it breaks your concentration because you're trying to concentrate, you're trying to write your reports, they give you a time that you should be finished with the interviews. You shouldn't be going on for half an hour or 45 minutes. And I could finish the entire interview within 15 minutes. And they said that they wanted to reprimand me because they said I was getting into too much small talk with the interviewees. Well, I was done in 15 minutes. Everybody else was taking close to half an hour, if not more. So anyway, but it was just every day. They're just tapping on your nerves, like your nervous system. And, that's what the words are just so fascinating to me now because now when you think of nervous, you think of the nervous system, you think of being nervous, how all these words are so connected. So I really think that it might be a good idea for people to just take a minute and think about the meaning of words. And so in this one book where it's based on William James, because it's a person who was reading William James and modeled their life after his, but he talked first about William James and then he started talking about his experience because and then he said when he really started pushing to change the way he thought that he had a nervous breakdown. And why he had the nervous breakdown, he realized later, was because you have to hit a brick wall and you have to break through that wall. And when you hit that wall, it's like you're trying to hit it, and you're not getting through, but you are getting through. And so when he talked about having a nervous breakdown, he talked about like breaking down where he couldn't think, he couldn't process, he couldn't function. He was having headaches. You start to have these physical symptoms, and I feel all that. I can understand. And so now what I understand is what I'm understanding because I'm going through my journey and you guys are coming with me. And I'll go through your journey too with you. Believe you me. Uh that changing the way you think, you is going to be what okay, let me back up, is that people think the same thoughts. People think the same way. So think of your beliefs. Let's say the people who are like anti-Trump and they hate people who are MAGA. And the next day they're thinking it again. And the next day they're thinking it again. Or people who are, anti-MAGA, anti-Biden, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's the example I'm giving is that we're thinking the same thoughts. We're thinking the same thoughts. And we all have our own way of looking at reality. So, um, you have a belief system. And in order for you to grow, if you're interested in growing and self-growth, and we should be. Well, that's what I say for myself. But I would say also for everybody else. Why not? Why can't we say what we think? So the way that you're going to grow is by thinking in another way, a way that's not comfortable for you, a way that's different. Y- Take these thoughts that you think every day and think another way. And that's not easy. That takes work. It takes like journaling, it takes like reading, it takes study. You have to start buying books, reading books. I've been buying books every week now. I have my one book, Create Your Frequency. So I'm working on that. And then I'm going to order this book of this man. I'm going to also buy a book by William James. I want to read about him. But it's just so much. But you have to make that effort. And I am saying, I'm trying to integrate this because I feel that my attraction marketing and my mindset mastery, it has to go hand in hand. They have to, for me, it has to be something that I work on simultaneously or in an integrated way so that I can be the successful person and get those thoughts. One challenge I keep bringing up, and then I'm going to head on out of here, is taking adverse situations and events and describing them in a positive way. So, for example, what has happened between LinkedIn and I, that instead of saying, I'm not going to take it anymore, for example, and I shouldn't say that because once the body, the mind, and your atmosphere feels that vibration, you're going to have to undo that vibration. But instead of saying something negative, I'm going to say, it's time for me to move on. You see, say it a positive. It's time for me to move on from LinkedIn, but move into my LinkedIn by night because I coined that. That's mine. And see, I'm not going to be angry. I would get so mad because I felt like it wasn't, see, I shouldn't say, I felt like I was getting the short end of the stick by LinkedIn because I come on air every night. I have a newsletter. I post daily videos that I generate videos. I post at least one or two a day, and I write, then I'm putting out articles, and I'm I do comment on the people's stuff, but LinkedIn is not, wait, no. LinkedIn is continuing to let these trigger people come on, and they're smearing the website. And so people like me, I was just I usually am kind of kidding around with the people, and they see me in another light. They see me with their beliefs. They're interpreting my comments through their belief system, you see. And so then they get frustrated and angry, like angry because they call me a member of a cult. You're a cult member. Now those people manage to continue to, do you see how I'm correcting myself and trying to go back positive? These people are allowed to continue to to what do I want to say? The word, to spread vibration, low frequency vibration. They're allowed to continue Yes, to distribute this. And the people who are trying to be constructive, in fact, I'm not trying to be constructive. I am constructive on LinkedIn. I recruit people, engage. I engage with with the people who are constructive, who are teaching. And then I'll get in a mood where I'll say, "Oh, I'm just going to mess with these people." It's fun. It's kind of fun to debate because when you debate, when you disagree, that's how progress happens. And I can't believe that LinkedIn is operating on a frequency I didn't I sorry, I thought that LinkedIn was operating on a high. Well, for I don't for I've been banned and restricted so many times, but before this series of getting banned every other week, I believe that LinkedIn operated on a high frequency. And so that may be the case. But in my eyes and in my atmosphere, I have another experience. All right. Okay. So I have gone on way too long because I still am trying to keep my shows to 15 minutes. And Mr. or Mrs. Sleepyhead, and I am going to miss my Huggy Buggy when I go to Asia. How am I going to make it without you? Oh, I'm already crying. Oh, well, we'll make sure you're taken care of. All righty. Well, people, thank you so much. Please bear with me, and hopefully, I will become an influencer. Yes, that's my plan. It may take a few years. Yeah, well, we'll see. All right. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Thanks a lot. Good night. LinkedIn by night.